Hello all, welcome back to On the Road with Vincent. Now, if this road looks familiar to you, if you've been on my channel before, you might recognize this as Handy Mountain Road, the haunted road that so much of my family history takes place on. Now, today we have a special guest with us that you may recognize from a couple episodes of Midnight Movie Reviews, Miss AJ.
Hi.
So, earlier this year, apparently, there was an internet phenomenon going on considering this app called Randonautica. I had never heard of this until just about a month ago or so I'm a little late to this game. But apparently, AJ has the app. Now, would you explain what this app is about to me? I know nothing about it.
Yeah, so basically, they claim that it's supposed to... So you can choose either attractors or voids, and I think there's some more options, but those are like the main ones. And if you choose an attractor, it's supposed to give you a random point, random coordinates that has like a lot of energy, basically, or voids is the opposite. And everybody on TikTok started doing this, and all these crazy things started happening when they would go to these places that told them to go. And so I don't really know. I don't know if I believe it or not, but I figured we could try it.
I'm going to go ahead and say I do not believe any of it. I think it's all just internet hoaxes, just for publicity. But we're going to put it to the test today. So if it works, it works. If it works, hey, I'll shut up. I'll eat my words.
I think it's probably a situation where it gives all these random coordinates, random points, and these people go to all these different ones, and eventually something weird may happen.
Exactly.
Just anything, but it's all coincidental.
Yeah, and I personally, I think it's all just literally just a random number generator.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
We're going to try it. We're going to take it in some of the more creepier places that I know. That's why we're starting up here on Handy Mountain. The app is not really wanting to connect, though, up here. It might be because there's no signal. But we're going to try a couple other locations today, too. And it all might be a bust, but hey, we'll use this as a myth-busting episode, if nothing else. So Handy Mountain was a bit of a bust. I think we didn't have enough signal to do anything there. But we decided to take it to a little more busier area. So we're in the city of Radford, Virginia right now, as I said. My old college town, the college that our bandmate Raven Shadow is currently attending. And it is taking us, for some reason, to this Food Lion parking lot. Now, what we're going to find behind this parking lot, I don't know, but I suppose we're about to find out. So we're taking us behind this food line right here. Back here in the woods, there is actually a little trail here, so I guess we're going to see where it does take us from here. Hopefully no one gives us any issue. So, as you can see, we are pretty thick in the woods, but we're not far off from the road, as you can definitely see. It's just so thick through here. So we finally reached our destination. Literally just out here in the middle of these woods. You know, no dead bodies, nothing, just a tree fell down. Yeah.
There's some mushrooms.
Oh yeah, check that, there's some shrooms there.
There's one over there and one under the tree that fell.
Okay.
That's it.
So it took us out here for some mushrooms and some little berry looking things. So yeah, I guess location 2 is a bit of a bust, but we're gonna try another location here fairly locally, and then we're gonna try a couple other places here in a little bit, so stay tuned. So we are in Jefferson National Forest right now, right outside the Kimberling Wilderness area, and we do have another location up. Didn't really get anything else in Radford. Every place we went to in that area, we were losing signal, couldn't get anything. Surprisingly, we do have full signal here, so we're seeing where this route is going to take us. And AJ, about how far out are we?
5 minutes away.
5 minutes away.
Yeah.
So far today, what is your thoughts on the Randonautica app, AJ?
Yeah, pretty much what we thought before. Just, it's a random points generator, which I think is fine and cool, because I think the point of the app was so you can explore places. But it just became like a spooky thing, because I think that's fake. I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Yeah, like I said earlier today, I think it's all just, you know, people doing it for internet publicity, you know, just pulling these stunts. Now, if it is actually for what AJ was saying, the fact of just to get people out and explore, then I love it for that.
Yeah.
Because I do think more people should be exploring. I mean, you look at this landscape here. We're right along 52 North, US 52 North, and I've been through here before. I've not really explored too much of Jefferson National Forest, but this is just some of the most beautiful land in the state of Virginia. And if this is getting people out, seeing what there is to see in the state, then I'm all for it.
Yeah. I think it's really cool either way, but I think on TikTok and stuff, people just made it seem like it takes you all these spooky places just to get views, I guess.
Well, I guess we'll check back in just a second, and we'll see where it's taking us. So we're still inside Jefferson National Forest, right along Highway 52, and behind me is Highway 77, heading up toward West Virginia. Now, the app today was a bit of a bust, so we tried a couple more locations. It was trying to take us onto private property, and
Or places that are just too far to walk.
yeah, it tried to take us way up a mountain, and we're losing daylight pretty quick right now, so I guess we're just going to have to come back and try this again on another day.
Yeah, and possibly try Handy Mountain again.
Yeah, and we might shoot for Handy Mountain again. Hopefully we can get a better signal there, and maybe try some more stuff locally, and explore a little deeper into the forest. But I guess for now, stay tuned for day 2. And hello again. Welcome to part 2. I know this is all going to be one video, but A month has passed since day one of our Randonautica shooting, and for you, though, it's only been a couple of seconds through the magic of editing. So, looking a bit different today. It's quite a bit cooler out today. AJ is with me yet again. And we're going to keep things fairly local today. We're going to stay in Patrick County so we don't have to waste so much time driving around through the national forest just trying to find locations that ended up being a bust anyways.
Yeah.
But we should be able to fit in a few more excursions today since we'll be fairly local. But you say we've already got a location pulled up?
Yeah, 4 minutes away.
All right. Show the camera what it looks like from our end here.
It's just like it routes me to, like
Okay.
it directs me to my Google Maps or whatever.
Okay. So, I guess we're gonna see where this location actually takes us, and we'll showcase a little bit more of my home county here in Patrick County, and if nothing else, it's a really pretty day out. It's a little foggy, got a little overcast, but the leaves are changing right nicely. A month ago everything was still very green, but we're moving into the peak of the fall season for leaves, so if nothing else, we're just going to enjoy the ride today. Okay, so the first location it tried to take us to was right off Highway 58, literally just right off the road. Nothing there, so nowhere we could even stop to get out. So here we are. You may recognize this in the background as Bull Mountain, that I showcased in another one of my videos as being the cursed mountain. A couple plane crashes have happened here. Other creepy little tales about the area. So we thought, hey, let's go ahead and try it here, and let's really put this thing to the test, because I know some of you believers in the app out there are going to be, oh, well, you didn't actually, put your mind to anything. So, all right, AJ, what are we going to put our mind to?
Ghosts.
Ghosts. We want to see ghosts of people died in the plane crashes. We want to see Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Up on the mountain.
Just anything creepy.
Yes.
Paranormal.
Spooky stuff. We got a cemetery right behind us. Spooky stuff. All right. Where does it take us?
So it's 1 minute away. It wants us. I guess we could just stay right here if you wanted to. It's right there.
Okay.
If you want me to show it.
Sure. Now, the good thing about today, though, is I actually have the drone with me today. So if it's a place that we can't actually get out to, or if we need to scout out the location first, we can always send up the drone. All right, so interestingly enough, there was a little bitty trail that kind of took us here through the woods, and it took us to this old pickup body here. I don't know what year it is or anything about it really. There's really nothing else out here. It's kind of a pile of brush over there, but there's not a whole lot of anything over here. I mean, I just find it interesting that it actually did take us to something. So, I mean, if nothing else, I'll take that as a little bit of a success. What do you think, AJ?
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than, like I said, a tree that fell down in a mushroom.
Yeah. I mean, there's no ghosts or Bigfoots, but well, maybe Bigfoot's living in that pile of brush. Maybe it was an old truck. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But yeah. So I guess we're gonna move on a little more. Try to find a couple more places. See if we get anything else interesting. Okay, so once again, if this looks familiar from the beginning of this video, we are back on Handy Mountain. Actually have some signal this time, so we're gonna try for another spot up here, and we actually locked onto a location. We had tried another little area after Bull Mountain and had no signal, so we came back toward this way. So we're en route to it now. Should be there in less than 2 minutes. Now this ultimately ended up being the last stop on our outing, as we started losing daylight rather quickly, as well as signal. And unfortunately, it tried to take us down the side of the mountain here, in the middle of this logging zone. So while we didn't actually attempt to trek down the mountainside in this mess, we did send the drone up just to get a quick look over where it wanted us to go. As you can see here, there's really not much out here. At least if there was, it's all covered by the rubble of this clear-cutting job now. But as we mentioned on the first day, neither of us believe that there's anything dark or ominous about this app. But we do believe it can be of great use, getting people out to explore. I just started thinking as I was going over this footage, if I were some outsider to the area, or someone who just never got out, and I just decided to use this app to explore, if it took me up here, while there may not have been anything of interest in particular, I could just imagine how I would feel if it was my first time seeing this beautiful mountain in the rolling foothills of Southwest Virginia. Now, as I mentioned in a previous video about Bull Mountain, where we were earlier today, it's visible from almost anywhere in Patrick County, as you can see it here in all its majesty, towering along the horizon. Interestingly enough, though, the spot that the app did have us stop was almost exactly where I felt the wheel get jerked from my hand the day Claude and I were riding around the mountain, as I mentioned in my Handy Mountain video. So while it didn't lead us to anything significantly spooky, who knows? Maybe there was something drawing us to this location. And while I was flying around the mountain top, I decided to make a quick flight over the valley where so much of my family history has taken place, as well as the home to many dark local legends, abandoned villages, and alleged cryptid monsters. While not much is visible from the sky when the trees are still so full, maybe that's just another excuse to take a ride up here in the winter and make another flyover to see if anything's more visible then. Or maybe just take another hike up into the mountain for a part 2 of Haunted Handy Mountain. Our day is over. We didn't really have any luck this time either. It's, it got a little dark on us too early. And everywhere we tried to go that we thought could be somewhere interesting, we didn't have any signal. So, didn't really bother much filming too much of that. But, I don't know. I think we still had a kind of an interesting day. We did find that truck.
Yeah, that's the only thing we've found.
Yeah, at all with this app.
Yeah. It's obviously literally just random.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing, actually. It doesn't take you anywhere spooky or anything like that. It's completely random.
Yeah, now it was interesting that it actually took us to something this time. But
yeah, but we knew if we do it enough times, that's going to happen. But it was still really cool.
Yeah. And, I mean, this is something we can do again.
Yeah.
As for the myth about it, this whole thing was kind of just like, if we could find anything spooky.
Mm-hmm.
And
like on TikTok.
Yeah. But I think we've already busted that myth.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we can't do this again, because it is fun. I mean, seeing where it takes you and all this. I mean, like you said on day one, if this is getting people out and exploring, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
People use this for internet hype, but
it's a good excuse to go, adventure.
Yeah, and that's something that's lost in this world today.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely look out in the future. I think we'll be doing a couple more of these videos. Maybe just head back into the national forest, actually public land that we don't have to worry about trespassing, because that's a big thing with this too, is it tries to get us on private property.
Yeah.
And, you know, don't want to trespass, mess up someone's land. So, I guess for now, that's the end of this portion of the Randonautica video. Maybe we'll try this back again in the winter, early spring, whenever. Maybe in the winter. That way, don't have to worry about snakes and stuff as much.
Yeah.
And be a lot cooler to hike. But anything you'd like to say, AJ?
No, I think that's about it.
Well, thank you for joining me on this On the Road with Vincent.
That was super fun.
Yeah, I'm glad to finally do this. And as I said in the beginning, AJ's a great friend of the band, and you can see her in a few episodes of Midnight Movie Reviews, and we'll see her again in the near future. So thank you all for watching.